Welcome to The Explainer. So today we are diving into this incredible, really powerful story from an Islamic sermon about the end of time. And this isn't just about the end of life as we know it. No, this is about the end of death itself. Now, this idea it's a cornerstone in Islamic belief, right? An absolute certainty. But think about this for a second. It brings up a really fascinating question. What happens when every single soul has been taken? When there are no creatures left at all to experience mortality, what happens to death itself? All right, so our story kicks off at the very, very end. Picture this. All of humanity is gone. Every living thing has perished. The universe is just empty, silent. And it's in this profound silence that the Creator, Allah, starts the final act, the unmaking of creation. And the first of these final orders, well, it goes to the angel of death. So you think, with all of humanity and life on Earth gone, that'd be it, right? Job done. But not even close. The angel of death gets his next command. Keep going. He has to take the souls of the last beings still out there, and he has to do it in a very specific, very deliberate, hierarchical order. And this final act, it's incredibly precise. First up, the angel of death takes the souls of the jinn, those unseen beings made from smokeless fire. Then, he gets the order to end Iblis, Satan himself. After that, the countless, uncountable hosts of angels. You can just imagine the circle of existence getting smaller and smaller and smaller until only 4 beings are left, the great archangels Jibril, Michael, Israfil, and of course, the angel of death. And then, the next command comes down. It's almost unimaginable. The angel of death has to take the souls of his 3 remaining brothers. And these aren't just any angels, you have to understand. They are like the pillars of the cosmos. Jibril, the messenger of God. Mikael, the one who brings rain and sustenance. Israfil, holding the trumpet for the resurrection itself. And one by one, their own brother extinguishes their existence. And just like that, the universe sinks into a silence that's deeper than anything before it. I mean, in this huge, empty void of, well, everything, there are only 2 conscious beings left. And this, right here, sets the stage for the final, and maybe the most profound, confrontation of all time. I mean, this just paints such a vivid picture of the ultimate cosmic standoff, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the Creator, eternal, all-powerful, the very source of existence. And on the other side, his last creation standing, the angel of death, the very tool of mortality, the one who brought an end to every other created life. So, think about it. The being whose whole reason for existing was to bring the end to others. Now he's facing his own. The job isn't finished yet. It has to be completed, and there's only one soul left to take. So in this absolute, total stillness, Allah turns to his last servant, this final point of consciousness in a completely empty creation, and he gives the most terrible command of all. And when he hears these words, the angel of death is just gripped by a terror that he himself has dealt out to countless beings, but he's never ever felt it himself. The very finality that he brought to the entire universe has now come for him. And in that moment, he just expresses this incredibly deep regret. The sermon says he actually cries out, saying that if he had known back at the dawn of creation that this was going to be his end, to feel what everyone else felt, he would have begged to be spared this duty. It just never occurred to him that his own existence wasn't permanent. So he's commanded to stand in that space right between heaven and hell. And there, the angel of death is ordered to die. And as it happens, he lets out one last agonizing scream. And the way the sermon describes this sound, it's so powerful, so unbelievably potent, that if anything had been left alive to hear it, that scream alone would have been enough to shatter the world. And after that scream, nothing. Just absolute silence. Creation is completely, utterly empty. The only thing left is Allah. And into this total, complete void, he speaks. He calls out to the silent planet, the stage where all of human history played out. "O world, where are your rivers?" And of course, there's no answer. He keeps going, asking about those huge, imposing things that once defined the entire landscape. Where are your mountains? The Everest, the Great Ranges, all of it. Just silence. No reply. And then he asks about the powerful ones, the arrogant ones, the rulers who thought they owned the earth and everyone on it. Where are the kings and the tyrants? And the only answer is silence. All their power, gone. Their entire existence, just erased. And then, answering his own questions, Allah makes the final declaration over this silent creation. The question of who really holds the power, who's truly in charge, it's asked and answered in a single breath. The kingdom belongs only to the one, eternal, all-powerful creator. And really, that's the image this whole story leaves us with. A universe that's not just without life, but without the very concept